This is hard. I don't know why I watch what I watch. I don't do it, but I like watching crafting videos. And I think I want to get into that. And then I'm like, no. No, I don't. I want to knit. Hello and welcome if you are new, and welcome back if you are a returning viewer. My name is Pam. I am the knitter, crocheter, home manager, day trip co-pilot here at Stitches and Prayers. This is my little corner of the internet where I discuss my yarn adventures and sometimes my day trips that me and my husband take on the weekends, and spreading the love of Jesus along the way. Today we're going to do something a little different. I am trying to post like a midweek discussion on Wednesdays. I'm going to try to get them out about 8:30 in the morning. That's my time, so I'm in America. I live in Illinois, which is Central Standard Time. So I don't know what that is in your part of the world, but that's what time I'm going to try to, I'm trying to get in the habit of doing it. Every Wednesday, it'll be different topics every week. The last one I did was 10-ish free amigurumi patterns that you can find on Ravelry. And today's episode, I don't like where I have my mic. So, there. Today's episode is coming to you from a question that I asked in the comment section of our page. If you click on my name down below the video, it'll take you to my homepage where you can click on the community tab, and I ask questions in there that I would love for you to answer. One of them was asking if you have questions for me to answer. Drop them below, and I will do I want to do a knit and chat where I'm knitting and we're just discussing, I'm answering your questions, or what type, maybe even crocheting, I don't know. But I would love to do one. I just need y'all questions. I mean, I could sit and I could ramble on and on and on about my life, but I don't know if that would be interesting to anybody. So just drop those in there, and I would be happy to do a knit and chat and do that with you guys. But they asked me, and it is Wendy Do 39.95. Hi Wendy, it's nice to see you. I know you can. I can't see you. You can see me. I can't see you. But whatever. But she did ask if I would recommend some YouTube channels that I watch. She loves to see what other people watch. So I've been trying to compile a list and figure out the ones that I watch and why I watch them. And that's really hard. It's really hard to figure out why you watch what you watch. I don't know. Because there's some that I will see, they'll come up on my homepage, and I'll click on them, and I'm like, yeah, no. I don't know if it's maybe their voice, the cadence that they have in their when they're talking. I don't know. I don't know. Comment below why you watch mine. I don't know. So I tried my hardest to figure it out. Now there are, and I've got papers here that I made notes on that, so I'll be doing a lot of like reading off of my notes. I do watch some of the larger channels, so I will tune into the Grocery Girls, who are two sisters who live in, I want to say it's Ontario, Canada. I could be wrong. Canada's a big, large place, and I could have just picked the name of a city out of the hat, just because it's one of the larger ones. But I know that they live in Canada, and they do have a huge following where they talk about their knitting, and they talk about one of the sisters has a yarn dyeing company, Frankie Gray, and I actually have, let's see, where's it at? I have some of their yarn. I bought this a long time ago and I still haven't used it, but it's Frankie Gray fibers. Like this is called Mrs. Claus, and it's like reds and greens, speckled. I thought it was just really pretty. I liked it. I liked it, but I haven't knit with it yet. And then this one was Unicat, and it's 5 minis, and they're just really pretty bright. There's this one it's coming off really pinky. It's more of a coral color on here, a neon yellow, the teal blue, and then a purple, and then this one has got all of the colors in it. So someday I will come up with a project for those. They can't go together, but one day I'll find something to make with them. Stick them back in there. So I do watch, like the Grocery Girls, which is one of the larger ones. I like the play that the sisters have. It's a lot different than just me all by myself. Another one of the larger ones that I watch Young Folk Knits. Casey is really adorable, and I like a lot of the things that she makes. I do watch Kuta Vakika. She is a knitwear designer, and I like a lot of the things that she makes. I'm currently working on her Sailor Swift tank, I guess it would be called. It's a tank top. And that's a lot of the large, huge ones. But I also watch I'll Knit If I Want To. That's Andrea Mowry's podcast, but it's a totally different podcast. She takes questions. There's a form you can fill out on her page, and you can ask her questions, and she picks 5 questions and she answers those questions. She's very knowledgeable about knitting and spinning. So she doesn't, and her podcasts average right around 30 minutes an episode. And she doesn't share her projects because most of the projects that she's knitting are her knitwear that she releases the patterns for. So, and until she's releasing the pattern, you don't know what she's working on. So she doesn't show what she's working on. Okay, where were we? Because my child knocked on my door. But yeah, Andrea does not show her projects because what she's working on is her pattern releases, and so she keeps all that hush hush until she's releasing them, and so she will wear it the Friday after. She usually releases new patterns on a Tuesday, and that Friday is when she usually wears it. I think she might wear them on that Friday so that you know what you want to buy on Tuesday. I don't remember how that works right offhand. But she does post every Friday. If you want to learn about knitting and how you can fix some things, she is a good one to watch. Another one of the larger ones that I watch is Well Loved Knits. Her name is Bethany. She's an American that lives in Belgium with her husband and her now 2 children under the age of 3. I like hers. She's very calming and like down to earth. She almost has like a minimalist vibe to where she doesn't want to bring things into her home that doesn't have ideas for what she's going to knit with, if that makes any sense. She does some really good knit and chats. She does a lot of like life talk in her knit and chats. She done one not too long ago. She was still pregnant, and it was a lot of that she's good enough, like mental health type things. I don't know. I just love her aesthetic and the way that she does her podcasts. One that I have found recently is, her name is Annie, and it's Hooks and Healers. She's a crochet designer that does a lot of the amigurumi, the stuffies. And she does, she's got tutorials, and she's got crochets with me, and she does, my plan for whatever videos. And I don't know what about it I like. I watch. But that's one. She's one that I found here recently, and I think it just came up on my page, and so I started watching her. Another Canadian is Allie Makes Everything. Her page, actually, when you go there, it says she does fiber arts, reading, writing, scrapbooking, or anything creative. And I like how she takes and she like breaks down like the knitting costs. That she bought this skein of yarn for this much money, and the pattern for this much money, and this is what the sweater or whatever she was knitting costs. She's a fairly new podcaster, vlogcaster, whatever we call ourselves. And I don't know, I like her. She's very colorful in her knits and what she is making. Very artistic. I just like her aesthetic. And she does a book recommendation at the end of every video, because she's a graphic designer. Then that like comes through in what she picks and what yarn colors and choices that she uses. There's another one here that I will watch when she comes up on my page, and it's Elise Rose Crochet. She used to be called something else, and it was some French, and I can't even remember what it was. But she does a lot of like ranking videos. Like she went to Walmart and she picked up some of the yarn that was there and was trying it out, and how does it feel for me? How do you kind of, I don't know, rank the ranking videos. You know what I'm talking about, right? So that you can pick up some affordable, budget friendly, that's what I want to call it, budget friendly yarn, and all of that. So yeah, I like her. I don't know, she's funny and fast paced. This is hard. I don't know why I watch what I watch. And then the last one that I'm going to talk about, and were in absolutely no particular order. This is just how I wrote them down on my list. So no particular order at all. But Cozy Up Knits, more Canadians. It's 4 sisters, and I forget where they're from. It's in Canada. And they're just, they podcast together. At least 3 of them do. One of them lives a little bit farther away than the other 3, and so she's not in every episode, but the mom will get in there, and they record it, their grandmothers. They call her Gran, and she'll be over there reading her book, and she'll chime in every once in a while, but the mom will show up, and they do a lot. They're crazy, they're all over the place, and they're just, I don't know, it's very entertaining when you just have that going and you're just going away. But yeah, they're very funny, and I have not missed an episode. And I even went back and watched like all of their previous. I've watched every episode or every podcast that they've put up. So those are the ones. Some of the ones that I watch. That's a lot of the knitting podcasts that I watch. I also like to watch a lot of. I love history. So I like to watch a lot of the history documentaries. I've also watched, let's see, I'm looking at my YouTube to see, I'm going to look and see. I don't do it, but I like watching crafting videos. And I think I want to get into that. And then I'm like, no, I don't. I want to knit. And that's what I want to do. But I see some of them and I'm like, oh, that's cute. But I like watching a lot of those not knitting, just crafting, like DIY videos. One that I will watch when it pops up, and I don't know why, is Design to the Nines. Natalie. Pretty sure that's her name. I'm trying to find what I've watched on my computer, like my history, and I don't see it right off the top. But those are a lot of the ones that I will search out. I have subscribed to, and I have made sure that I watch their new videos whenever they come out. Speaking of subscribed, make sure you subscribe down below so you don't miss out on the newest and best episode of Stitches and Prayers podcast. So with that being said, I am going to bid you adieu. So until next time, remember, this world is not our home. We're just a passing through. Bye, guys.